Spanish woman who has been claiming pension for the inability to speak has been found out.
If you can actually talk, I would imagine that it's torture.
Right.
You have to pretend to be silent. Yes, it might be nice to collect a little check here and there, but how long can you keep up? Clearly it wasn't something that she was consistently doing. It seems to me like she was silent for her psych evaluations, but not everything else. But I'm also thinking, would a Jamaican be found out? Because I feel like we'd understand. Jamaican people are very, very clever people. So it wouldn't just be in the psych office. I have to let other people know, just in case, that I can't talk. So I'm not going to talk at the supermarket. And I would assume, even for those people who may not know sign language, they would be writing on papers to say
I can't speak. I think Jamaicans are very clever, but I think they are also simultaneously can easily get caught.
Well, true.
Yeah, because you could be keeping up the act and then you stub your toe.
But then we also gaslight very well.
Yeah.
So, and for those who are unfamiliar with the term gaslighting, it's basically there's evidence that the answer is A. Everyone can see that the answer is A. But as a gaslighter, you are convincing everybody that they are wrong. And it's what you say goes, even though you also know that the answer is A.
Yes, so I had to do road to get here on time, and sure no say the Jamaicans know what it means to do road. All right, so thank God I have arrived there safely, and I am just waiting to be attended to. I have not gone into the nurse's station as yet, so I'm waiting for that. And then my call to see my rheumatologist. I don't know what to expect, but I have one hope or expectation, and is that after today's visit, I won't be back for the next 4 to 6 months. That's my hope for today's visit. Yeah, so stay tuned and let's see what the rest of the day offers. Yeah. If you have made it thus far into the video, I want to say thank you, and I ask that you continue to watch to the end. And I thank all my new subscribers and new viewers for also tuning in. So With the visitation to my rheumatologist, we had a long discussion, and the issues of concern, there were 3 issues of concern: my ESR level, my glucose level, my blood pressure. So over time, my ESR increased drastically. All right. And my blood sugar spiked. My blood pressure also spiked. And so she now starts to look at the results on the last 3 months. And with that, she also looked at the date when I took this last blood work, and it was 2 weeks old. So due to that, a lot of things could have happened in between those 2 weeks. So she ordered me to do a new blood work. The good thing is, for some reason, I brought my tea with me, my breakfast overall, and I didn't get to eat my breakfast. And so, because I didn't have breakfast, I had the opportunity to do that blood work. And so, I had to leave from that center to go to another center to do that blood work. The intent was to get it back as soon as possible, because normally when blood work is done, at the labs that I normally do them, it's 7 to 10 days. All right. And with this particular lab, micro labs in Mandeville, I was told 4 days. And the results actually came back before 4 days. So that's really good. And based on that result, the new blood work, my ESR level is now down from 105 to 72. So that's a plus right there. And so we know that prednisone is working on that level. So I guess the spike was because I was ill. It went right back up to where it was at that time. Now, when it comes on to my blood pressure, I think within the last 3 months, it has been fluctuating. Because I think the visit, not the middle visit, but the visit before. So we're looking at it on a 3-month period. So the first month, I think it was high. The second visit, it was okay. Now the third visit, it's high again. Now, what I realized and also noticed that something was wrong. After the nurse checked my pressure the very first time, she asked me a question, but to be honest, I don't remember what that question is. And she asked me to take deep breaths in and out. She asked me to do that twice as she watched the readings. And right then and there, I suspected that something not normal, because I've never been asked to do this before. And no, I haven't been asked to do that. So that was a red flag. So when I went into my rheumatologist now, it so happens that she also checked my pressure, which she never ever do it. And she checked it and she said it's going down, but it's still high. And so she advised me to have my pressure checked over a 4-day period. So for 4 whole days, I will be monitoring my pressure. She asked me if I knew anyone with a blood pressure machine that I could keep for that time period. And I told her, yes, I know someone. All right. And I actually got that blood pressure machine from my grandma to use over that period of time to see how the pressure is coming on. And it's on and off. All right. Because this video is 2 days later after the visit. So this part of the video, that is. So at one point in time when I checked my pressure, it was 148/93, and my pulse rate was 101. At the time of making this video, or at the day of recording this particular section of the video, I checked it in the morning, and I think it was 120/80, and my pulse rate was 88, somewhere there. So it's coming a far away, but what I notice is normal, high, normal, high, normal, high. So I am trying to figure out if it's stress that's causing my elevated blood pressure, because I know when I'm stressed, I eat a lot, and that's what I'm going into the next part with now, my sugar level. So as I was saying, my sugar level has reached an uncontrolled state, and so another medication might need to come into play as I work on my diet. So it's going to be a journey, because there's so many things to adjust. Before being diagnosed with lupus, I had no issues with my blood pressure. I had no issues with my sugar level. But God knows everything. He knows everything. And sometimes it becomes overwhelming. And as I was saying to some persons, try your best to stay as healthy as you possibly can, because I believe that when you're healthy, it costs you less. When you're unhealthy or ill, it costs more, because one, you have to spend money on the things that you need to keep you healthy, food-wise. And then you have to purchase medications, and you must also consider paying for those doctors' visits that you have to make, seeing those specialists in between, times when you become sick in between. So I believe it's much more expensive to be ill or unhealthy than to actually be healthy. So from now on, eat as healthy as you possibly can. I mean, know say sometimes some people are gonna say, look how much people eat healthy, and guess what? What happened? It still no work out for them. They become sick. They have some sort of sickness along the way. But continue to eat healthy if you are already eating healthy. And for those who are not eating healthy, try to start as soon as possible. Because I never had any issues with those things. And I have to blame my illness and blame myself at the same time. Those are the two factors that help my blood pressure to spike, my sugar level to get out of control. And I can't speak for the ESR because me no know where that come from. Me no know where that level of inflammation they come from in my body. But I am glad it is now down to 72, and I pray and hope to God that it continues to go down, because what I notice is when I am ill, it rises above level, and then it takes its time with the medication and go down little by little. So I am hoping for the best. So I ask that you all keep me in your prayer as I continue to pray for myself and go on holy faith, because guess what? I know that if only in this life I have hope, then I would be of men most miserable. So, despite everything we are going right now, there's a better hope. So keep sweet until we meet in the next video. Stay healthy, eat healthy, and do what you need to do. Yeah, so just finished sorting out kind of an emergency situation, and now I am heading to Maypen because I'm still in Mandeville. All right, so yeah.